Hello everyone, it is Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Now, a lot of you are familiar with Duwin from Team One Trick. He is a hunter expert. He is somebody that innovates with the hunter class. I've featured his decks before on this channel and I consider him a friend of mine. Super cool dude, always very helpful, always giving out his advice very freely, and always wanting to make the wild mode scene a better place. So Duwin, as I said, is someone that really specialises with the hunter class, but some of you may not have known this, but Duwin does play other classes apart from Hunter, sometimes. And this is an example of an instance where Duwin has moved away from Hunter and tried his hand at creating something else that is special. Wait a minute, Big Priest? Special? Really? Well, I don't like Big Priest. I hate Barnes on 3 or 4. I hate the multitude of resurrection effects that comes after that. I hate Katrina. Yes, that card needs to be nerfed. But no, this deck right here is special because it's got dragons in it. And I love dragons. Hey, who doesn't love dragons, right? And that kind of balances things out. So when I saw this deck, I thought, oh goodness, I've got to give it a try. I've got to see whether it works. So you've got a nice selection of dragons in this deck. I mean, look at Barnes into Deathwing Dragon Lord. That is pretty cool, right? Because you can get a load of dragons down to the board quite quickly. Chillmore in this deck I'm a big fan of, just because it can really help against aggro. And just Ysera. I love Ysera. I find it unfortunate that she doesn't see any more play. So Ysera seeing more play in any deck, I'm pretty cool with. So let's see how we fare against a Druid. Alright. We have Shadow Essence on 6. So this could be quite a slow game. We may not be doing much until turn 6. And this is a token druid. Token druid has seen, I think, a small increase in popularity. I've played against a few of them recently. So if we've got nothing to do until turn 6, we could be dead very, very soon. Because if he buffs the board, plays a Savage Roar, we could just be dead. Now, we have Barnes. So we need Barnes to give us something good. The trouble is, looking at this hand here,
this be our neck of the
I'm not so sure what could help us. Barnes into Chillmore doesn't do anything, because we have no other dragons in hand. Barnes into Deathwing Dragon Lord does nothing. Barnes into Malagos? No. It's Barnes into the normal Deathwing, which does absolutely nothing in this instance. Which, do you know what? It feels fair, right? It feels fair. Barnes in this deck feels fair. Barnes in a normal Big Priest does not feel fair. Because, look, here, we'll kill off the 1-1 Deathwing. We'll resurrect it. It's a 12-12, but it doesn't have taunt. It doesn't do anything special on the board. It's just a 12-12. And against an aggro deck that goes wide on the board, you're still dead, right? But in a normal Big Priest deck, if I was resurrecting Obsidian Statue or the Lich King, they've both got taunt. And one of them heals you as well. That's pretty broken. But resurrecting just a normal 12-12 against an aggro deck that goes wide, it doesn't do much. So yes, this dragon-centric version of Big Priest, I think, feels a little bit fairer than the normal version of Big Priest.
Reporting for duty.
Also, this deck does not have Katrina in it, which is also very fair. So, let's try our luck at RNG here.
Tonight, a tale of wonder and magic.
Okay, that's okay. We've got this this Deathwing on the board, which may not do enough for us. If he can go super wide, buff the board, Savage Roar, we can still lose. But we do have Mass Hysteria here. Oh, Shadow Ed Pain, very timely pickup. See, now we can clear the board.
On with the show.
Trading a Deathwing into a little token, that feels bad, but necessary.
The scourge will devour all.
Okay, he's never getting the board back now. And we've reached a point where we can stabilise. So the chances of him winning this game are very slim. Now, we may need a Psychic Scream in an emergency, if he plays Living Mana.
With the show.
Alright, there's Yashraj,
Free of that blasted tower.
who gives us Vargoth. So, Vargoth into Eternal Servitude does have a lot of merit next turn. Although I suspect my opponent will now concede. Eventually. Or maybe he still feels he has a chance. Or maybe he's rage quit. That's what often happens when you're facing a big priest. Rage quitting. And it's completely justified, of course. Big priest does generate so much rage.
Time waits for no one.
Yeah, that's a rage quit, and look, I feel bad about that.
Lazul versus Valera.
Okay, so the win against the Druid was good.
This encounter.
So I thought, let's try our luck again with this deck. And we're going up against a rogue. Now, obviously, you'd be looking for Barnes. But I have Shadow Essence. I like Greater Healing Potion because it's a rogue and he's going to be aggressive. And so Greater Healing Potion, having access to it, could just be enough to save me. Spirit Lash, very, very helpful. Although if he plays South Sea Captain here, we're going to be really sad. That's not a captain, but that's a ship's cannon. That also makes me sad. And already, we're down to 18 here. This is really good for him. The question, of course, will be whether we can stabilise. Shadow Essence coined out on 5 may assist us in stabilising, perhaps. This deck is prone to the same problems and issues that a normal big priest faces. Sometimes aggressive decks can just burst you down before you can do anything.
Free of that blasted tower.
So I could have played Greater Healing Potion, but I want to see what Vargoth can do here. If my opponent doesn't have lethal in hand, I mean we're at 15, we're not going to die on this turn, right? So I want to see...
Magic shall not save.
That's bad. I wanted to see what he'd commit to kill Vargoth. Instead, he does something better. He just silences him and goes face. That's pretty good. So unfortunately for us, we're not going to get double healing value here. But look, 22 health. Still respectable.
Put this apple on your head.
Well, put this apple on your head. Ha! Okay, Vargoth doing good work here. He's absorbing juggles. Oh, didn't get that one. Okay. Now we're in trouble. The only thing we can do is resurrect now. And if we're not dead, we may have a good chance. And behold RNG. Very favourable for us. We've got 4 Vargoths on the board. But we're very nearly dead. And the chances are he's got the damage, yes. He's got Leroy. Now the question is, if he hadn't found lethal on that turn, could we have turned it around?
Oh, God.
I mean, imagine Spirit Lash with 4 Vargoths on the board. That's pretty nuts. Okay, so Duwin's Big Dragon Priest. I won't lie, this is a really fun deck to play because of the dragons. Yes, it runs a number of the Big Priest mechanics, but I think the dragons make things a lot more interesting. I think this deck is harder to play than a normal Big Priest deck, because I think a normal Big Priest deck with the Lich King, with Obsidian Statue, with Katrina, I think is a superior deck in terms of power. I think that this deck doesn't do as much. I mean, you saw instances of Barnes pulling out a 1-1 Deathwing, which did absolutely nothing for me. Compared that to Barnes pulling out a 1-1 Lich King, a 1-1 Obsidian Statue, which you can then resurrect. Both of those minions have Taunt, one of them has Lifesteal. That is so much more impactful in a normal Big Priest deck. Having said that though, Barnes pulling or summoning a 1-1 Deathwing Dragon Lord, and if your hand is full of dragons, that is pretty strong, right? I'll absolutely admit. Resurrecting a copy of Malagos and then playing Spirit Lash and healing up massively, I'll admit that's pretty valuable too. Look, Barnes into Ysera and then resurrecting multiple copies of Ysera. Sure, she doesn't have Taunt like the Lich King, which I think makes her less good, but she has 12 health and that makes her harder to remove than the Lich King, and if she sticks on the board for 3-4 turns, the value of the dream cards can be pretty insane. So okay, this deck can have its moments to shine, absolutely, and it's got dragons in it, which in my opinion makes it far more enjoyable to play. So if you have the cards, maybe you want to give this deck a try. I mean, look, nobody is certainly expecting this deck. I cannot ever recall a time that I've played against a Big Priest on the ladder and then to see them play dragons. So this deck is unique. This deck is therefore unexpected. And it's a Duwin creation, right? So when Duwin is behind the deck, you're guaranteed to have fun with it, for sure. So yeah, give it a try, and if you find it interesting, leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. And if you've got questions, I'm sure that Duwin will answer them. So yes, post your questions in the comment section below. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun.